Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I started shooting a video yesterday where I was bringing down all of this ash that we cut up in the woods the other day. And that's how much wood I brought down. I did like 3 trips and brought 2 logs each, give or take. And, well, I don't know what happened to the SD card, because I format it every time I take stuff off of it. But, I turned the camera on today and it said SD card needs to be reformatted. So here we are, starting the video anew. We got a bunch of logs there pulled down, and so now we're gonna get some more. So I'm gonna pop it on the tripod. Give me a minute. So we're gonna try to pull out some more logs from the woods today. Hope you enjoy the video. It's just spinning in place. Hi. So, this is my trusty log roller. Uses leverage and physics to be able to remove logs a little easier. Definitely comes in handy. Now, I said in my last clip, that is no more, that, hey Richard, wouldn't this be easier to do this with like a grapple bucket? And I would say you're absolutely right. But I don't have a grapple bucket. So forks and some manual labor is what it'll take to get all the logs out. Maybe one day I'll have a grapple bucket, but this machine is not set up to have a grapple bucket, and it's not the most powerful machine, so it wouldn't be very beneficial to have said grapple bucket anyway. But alas, we are making do just fine with the fork. That's the work. Wow, I can't get my balance. There we go. Any sort of forestry work like this and or firewood cutting, processing type stuff is a great workout. Now, sure, there are tools that can make it easier. Luxuries. But I don't have too many of those. This is definitely a godsend, I'll say that. But We got those 2 logs. There's some more logs that I have cut up already. There's some more logs that I have to cut up still a little bit more, whether they were buried in the ground and or I just haven't cut them up yet. So I don't know if you noticed, but it's gotten a little dark. So we'll have to wait for tomorrow, thanks to daylight savings. But I also have some tools that I recently got that I'll have to show you guys. Alright, I'm going to take these logs down and I'll see you in the next bit. I have moved all of the logs that I am able to move as of now. So as you can tell from my chainsaw chaps, I'll be cutting again. I got more wood to cut, and then we can drag it out of here. And I have the new tool that I can show you. It is a drill powered winch. Take any standard drill, hook it up to the hex on the side, and then you use the power of the drill to power the winch. I also have a tree saver in case I need it, and some other rigging equipment, like a chain for a choker chain for the log. So let's just get to it. I'm gonna set these aside while I'm cutting, and we're gonna get to work. Reposition, blah, blah. Let's reposition you guys. Hello, just wanted to do a walkthrough update about where we are on this project. We have about probably like a cord of wood there, maybe a little less, but it's 4-foot chunks. Still need to be cut and then split into firewood, but some good dead ash, some not quite as good ash, but still better than nothing. And then up here where we're working, I'll show you what all we got left. So, the bottom of this tree, it's just those two sections there. We got that section. And this log down over to there where it was, where the stump is. And then that stump right over there, right where my finger is. That tree we have completely removed. And over here we have the top of that first tree, which goes along here. This tree, which fell, I think that one's a birch. I want to get that out of here too. And then a couple random pieces that were from the top of the tree that should be completely gone, but isn't quite completely gone. And then we have giant poplars that are like 2 feet across that we still have to harvest, but that's less of a priority than the ash because the ash burns better. So, gonna plop you onto the tripod, and we're gonna work on getting the rest of the base of these trees down at least. I am assuming you guys can't see anything because of the sun glare. Well, you can see a little bit. Not too much. Bring it further over here. A little closer to the action. I can set you down. So, I don't know if you noticed, I grabbed the hatchet at one point. And that was because you guys are not little. Good enough. So I grabbed the hatchet at one point because there's poison ivy on the tree and I didn't want to cut through that with a chainsaw. So I hacked off the bark so it would fall off. I wouldn't have to cut through it. And it worked pretty well. So we've come to the part of the tree where I, as you can clearly see, can't get more than one log at a time. So I'm gonna pull this log out, I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then I'm gonna wrestle with the rest of these 5 since the sun is setting. I'll probably just do it off camera. And then the next time we're out here, we'll tackle the tops of the trees and that birch. So, see you then. So I've been working on this project for about over a month now. And I'd say we have about like 1.5 cords of wood to 2 cords. This bad boy over here, size of a pixel phone for reference. It's like 20 inches on this side, 26.5 inches on the other side, and 5.5 feet long. And I'd say it was close to like 700 pounds when I pulled it out, because that's about what the tractor's rated at, and it was pretty tight squeeze getting that out. But it's hard because I'd work for a little bit after work, and then it would rain for like 4 days, and then you can't use the tractor when it rains because it just turns into a mud pile like this. Just a soppy mess, and that would get stuck immediately. So I pulled out the rest of those logs. There's one all the way over there, one right here, there's the trunk, and then one over there. They're all gone. All we have left is the top of this guy. Goes up over there. This little birch here, and then a couple logs that are in between there. So I'm going to use the winch today since it's so wet. I don't want to get my tractor stuck. Pain in the butt. I do have some of those boards, recovery boards, but I'd rather not have to recover my tractor. I'd rather just play it safe rather than be sorry and have to do that. So I'm gonna set you up over here. Let me change the ball head so it's a little bit more even. And we'll do it like this. And then over here you can still see that giant poplar that fell. There's a giant root ball of it too. That root ball is probably about like 8-9 feet tall. The dirt at least. I never said it was fast, but it worked. Now, I don't have to do this. I could probably lift up that log if I wanted to, but work smarter, not harder, right? But I think that's good enough for there. Supposed to release the mechanism. What the heck? I don't know. So I stuck it on that little log down there, and it kind of just rolled along on the top of that log, which is always nice. And that's what it's supposed to do. Why is this bound up? I don't know. Okay. But we have some more logs to get pulled out of the woods. Most of these I think I can just pick up and carry out. So Let me grab my gloves and we can do that. Alright, so I got my gloves, but I have to go do something now. So we will come back and do this probably tomorrow. Editor Richard here. At this point of editing the video, I realized that I don't have any clips showing the end of this project, so I ended up pulling the rest of the logs out, and later on I moved them from in front of the garages to over to where we store our firewood to get it ready for cutting and splitting. And so look out for that video soon. It will be comparing different ways of splitting firewood and renting a large 6-way log splitter. So thanks again for watching. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all of my different content. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.